not stuck here. The cops won't bother me. So guys, I just picked this thing up. I meant to go to Advanced Auto Parts and pick up, it's called the Mr. Gasket fuel pump, but they had this instead, and I think it's the same. It's a 1.5 to 4 psi, 25 gallon per hour, and I've read a lot of the specs about the Honda Shadow pumps, and I think this might fit. So let's go ahead and open it. Not much going to it, but it's got the rubber mount. This is a solid state pump, so I actually don't really know what that means, but I'm assuming a solid state pump means there's no moving parts. So there's these couplings, and we're going to put them in there. This is a Holley gasoline and diesel fuel pump. The little rubber bits. It also comes with this to attach the hoses. It's and then there's this. It's kind of nice. It's a fuel. The fuel filter, and I'm not even sure which way. So the flow is this way. So I believe, sure, this is where it goes. This is the section that goes here. A whole lot better quality than the one that comes on the bike, but I am unsure if it'll work. We're going to give it a try. And of course, then you have these two wires that you power the bike. I'm probably, what you can do is just put like these quick connectors on here so you can remove it easily. That's probably what I'll do. But before I do that, I'm going to test it out. Fuel pump already off the bike. And we're just going to be removing it really quick. And then this hose goes up here. And now all we have to do is remove this. And there is the Honda fuel pump. And I don't know, I suspect that this might be the reason the bike is not starting. I'm not going to fully put and take out the rubber just yet. There's some fuel in here. So we are going to be just mounting the other one here. Honda Shadow, this is a 1985 Honda Shadow. There's this relay. This is how you test if the pump is working. You can loop it. I don't know what to call it, but this is the adapter. And it sits here, or the relay sits here in this little socket here. This little rubber. So this is the relay that makes the pump work. And then you loop, which I think is the blue and black wire and the black wire together. And they'll make the pump just keep working on it in a cycle. The flow goes this way, so it's this way. These fittings are actually kind of big, but I just want to do a quick test. This hose right here. This hose is the one that takes the fuel up to the car. Take the old fuel pump, and I cut the wires off of it because I wanted the connector to go into the wiring. And then I have these two wires. I'm going to make a quick release sort of wire here. So I'm just going to put this one here. So I already cut my wires off the Honda Shadow, and I have the red and the black. And when you look at your existing wires, look for the black, and that's my black. And then I'm going to put the female end onto my black. So on this one, I'm going to just connect it like this. With these two wires now, the red goes onto the blue and the black, and then you have the black that goes into the black. So there we go. And if you look for the flow, this is the way it flows this way. So the exhaust is going to be here, or whatever. This is where the fuel filter is going to be, right over here. You don't have to install a fuel filter, but why not? It comes with it, and then you have the other connector, and it goes here. But now we have to figure out a way to mount it onto the bike. The old pump looks like this, and when it's mounted, I guess it sits like this with the wires up, and this kind of curves up onto this. But now, our new fuel pump doesn't have that. It doesn't have a way of getting into that strap. So what we could do, one of the things I thought would be kind of cool is to have it mounted this way on a bracket. Nice and long.
Nice and long.
Alright, so as you guys can tell, the Honda Shadow lives. I can't believe I got it to work. And there's quite a database of guys that really know this bike. The thing that I think did it is that there was a vacuum hose here disconnected, and that might have been one of the reasons it didn't start. And of course I got the Holley Mighty Mite fuel pump, and that thing, it's a solid state pump. I'm about to fix these connections here. I'm going to fix these connections. I'm just using house wires to connect them up. Well guys, I can't believe I got this rocket running. You know, the hard work isn't done. There's a lot of things that I have to do. So I will be mounting that fuel pump in there. We'll look for another video about that. And I changed the oil, by the way. So I changed the oil. I noticed that there was a carb hose that was not connected. I don't think that was really the starting issue. I really think it was the fuel pump. I think the fuel pump was bad. But this bike is kind of interesting because the fuel pump only works when the carb floats are empty. So I don't quite know, but I did redo the carbs again. I removed them, and I took a high pressure hose and I cleaned the living crap out of them, but they were already extremely clean. So I don't know exactly what was the cause of it, but I also changed the oil. The oil was dirty. You can see it right here, right in that tub. Not too dirty, you know, for a 35-year-old bike it's not too terrible. But I am very happy that this thing fires up. And it fires up quick. So I have spark, I have fuel, and the other one, I don't know what it is. But it's working. Now the big thing is connecting that fuel pump, and then the brakes. Then I'm going to have to look at the brakes and the way it rides and the way it brakes and the suspension. And you can see I have my ghetto dime fix in here for the front master cylinder. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.